Thank you very much. First of all, in terms of the whole matter, I want to thank the President. I think the County Assembly from the 29th of January, you remember we really agitated that we would want to see the Regenerational Committee being revamped for purposes of services for Nairobi. And for me, I want to thank the President because one thing he has just done is to look at all the scenarios of Nairobi. You know very well the minority whip has also a motion in terms of impeaching the governor. And so for me, when you look at the scenarios and the issues, this is one way of holding the county not to find itself in really a quagmire that would have found ourselves in regardless. But also when you look at Article 187, I think it is very clear that when a government feels, one government of level feels that there are functions that are not functioning, you are, and that is what the drafters of the Constitution envisage. You will feel to return that function back either to the national government, or even the national government can give a county a function when they feel it becomes closer to the people to get those services. So first of all, it's an area where I would want to say the President has breathed life into the Constitution on Article 187. What we would want to see is how the Senate repackages or unpacks the whole Article 187, because it's not just Nairobi. Remember, Nairobi, we are in a very in a scenario that is also very tricky, because the governor being on trial. Also now, for me, I want to thank him, because he did not just look at himself, but he has looked at the 6 million Nairobians who need services, and so he has felt these are the critical services. Why can't I hand them back to the national government? And when things become to normalcy to Nairobi, you have a right now to write to the national government to return back the functions. So I think that's what he has done. Yes. Yes.
These critical functions, health, public works, have been handed over to the national government. How then, as the County Assembly of Nairobi, do you oversight?
I think that's why the President said that in every report, one will be tabled to the County Assembly and the other one to the National Assembly. And we must appreciate that what he has done, he safeguarded also the County Assembly. You know, if you look at the whole scenario that we are in, he had a right to evoke Article 192 that dissolves us and takes us to an election. But what he has done, he safeguarded. So in terms of the whole situation where we are now, I think the County Assembly has a role, a very critical role to play in terms of creating the frameworks on how they will work. Through the committee that the President said he will bring in, that committee now helps us to more be closer in terms of engagements, while I know very well that when a function goes back to the national government, the ministry of that function takes over. So the committee will help us now to become the interlink in between, because for us, it's just oversight. So the oversight role you play is you'll continue looking at whether, as much as the national government has taken over, are you taking care of Pumwani? Are you taking care of Mama Lucy? Does Mama Lucy have the drugs that need to be? And all that. And don't forget, you know, when you look at the appropriation bill that appropriates the finances, you know, people have not been asking themselves, so what would have happened? Or what is going to happen? Because don't forget, an impeachment is also a process within timelines and all that. So what would have happened, or what will happen? Because we have a supplementary bill that is supposed to be passed, and we have the new finances that were coming in, and we needed only the governor to sign, to use that appropriation, to sign the appropriation bill for us to get money to spend. So I think there the President also, whoever advised him, he looked at it and realized very soon we're going to have a lacuna. And so the key functions of health, transport will have been so much affected, and the other environment. So when he takes that, he has saved us also on that space. Yes.
Initially there was this regenerational committee team, and